Oh man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, listen, man, we are so excited to have the one and only Bishop Joseph Walker on with us, y'all. He is the senior pastor of Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, Nashville, Tennessee, and the presiding bishop of Full Gospel. Up with us early this morning. Bishop Walker, say good morning to everybody in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania this morning.
Good morning, Philadelphia. Good morning, everybody. We love y'all out there in the city of brotherly love. We love you so much, and it's good to see everybody, good to hear everybody. What a wonderful song to start off with today, Ricky. That old song, the Clark Sister says, you brought the sunshine in my life. You know, if you live long enough, you know, not just the lyrics, that's a real testimony. You know, life has a way, man, of bringing us clouds and storms and pressure, and sometimes, you know, we bring some of this stuff on ourselves. But the Bible says in Psalm 30:5, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And I want you to know some night is inevitable, but it's also temporary. And darkness may come, and it will come, y'all, but it cannot move in permanently, because when God steps in, he shifts your atmosphere. And that's when sunshine does. Sunshine doesn't even ask the darkness for permission, doesn't even negotiate with the night. When the sun shows up, darkness got to get out of the way. That means when God shows up in your situation, depression's got to back up, confusion's got to clear out, the heaviness has got to go. You know, there's a woman, Ricky, who had a plant all throughout her house, man, and the plant just kept on dying, and she watered it and talked to it and even changed the soil. But you know something? Nothing worked. And finally, somebody told her, move it closer to the window, because the issue wasn't the plant. The issue was the position. And as soon as she put those plants into the sunlight, they started growing again. And I want to tell somebody today, it's not that you're broken. It's not that your future's barren. It's not that your life is over. You may just need to reposition yourself where the S-O-N sun can reach you. Because if he gets in you, you're going to grow back. Your joy going to come back. Peace going to come back. So today I want you to make a decision. I'm stepping out of the darkness, and I'm stepping into the light. I'm stepping out of what drained me, and I'm walking into what's developing me. Today going to be a good day, and let the sunshine come in. We give God glory, because when you do that, you'll be able to say, just like the sun, just like that song, you brought the sunshine in my life.
Man, that's a good word right there, Bishop. And we really appreciate you coming on early this morning. Let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, I want everybody right now, check it out. Go on YouTube and follow us. Go out there and check out our messages at Mount Zion Nashville. That's Mount Zion Nashville. And follow me on Instagram at Joseph Walker 3. Let me know you were listening to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
There it is, Bishop Walker. Love you, big dog. Appreciate you.
Love you too. All right.
Yes, sir, y'all. Hey, here's Ricky Dillon right here, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
14 after the hour, front page right here. Alfreda's, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Monday, May 4th. Here's what's going on in the news. Spirit Airlines is out of business after a failed bailout, grounding flights, stranding passengers, and cutting thousands of jobs. So, what happened? Well, industry pressure had been building for a while. Rising costs, especially fuel, may have pushed it over the edge. Passengers who booked with credit card or debit cards will get automatic refunds. In the meantime, airlines like American and Delta are stepping in with reduced fares and added support. President Trump is signaling more U.S. troop cuts in Europe.
We're going to cut way down, and we're cutting a lot further than 5,000.
Pentagon officials say the move comes after criticism from Germany's chancellor, who questioned U.S. strategy in the Iran conflict and compared it to past wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. The potential drawdown marks a shift in posture toward a key ally and raises new questions about Americans' military presence overseas. And it was a busy weekend online. Speaking of President Trump, he praised former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani, calling him a true warrior, as Giuliani remains hospitalized in critical but stable condition. Trump also went after House Democrat leader Hakeem Jeffries, suggesting Republicans should impeach him after Jeffries criticized the Supreme Court. And he took aim at comedian Bill Maher, knocking his interview with California Governor Gavin Newsom and mocking ratings. And the president also flooded social media with AI-generated images of himself, including edits placing him at Mount Rushmore and even floating in swimwear near the Washington Monument. For info on these stories and more, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, Here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
You see they're sending 2 men at Cade. They've got to find the outlets.
Wide open, Jenkins hits a three. That is Jenkins with 14 points off the bench. Timeout Orlando.
Let's go. How about them Detroit Lions? I'm sorry, the Detroit Pistons. I'm getting my doggone sports control. I'm so excited. Detroit Pistons, man, down 3-1. Came back. Backs against the wall to win 3 in a row to eliminate the Orlando Magic, man. They advanced to the Eastern Conference semifinal, led by Cade Cunningham right there. In the meantime, shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They won Game 7 to eliminate the Toronto Raptors. They advanced, and the Philadelphia 76ers, man, beat the Boston Celtics. They got tired of getting pimp slapped by the Celtics. They said, man, they said enough is enough.
Pimp slapped.
Come on, man. They won Game 7 to advance. They got the Knicks in the next round, man. And I don't know if you guys like horse racing, but the 152nd Kentucky Derby ran over the weekend. The horse named Golden Tempo is the victory. Got the victory, and trainer Cherie DeVoe became the first female trainer to train the horse that won the Kentucky Derby. So
in all these years, this is the first time.
First woman trainer.
Wow.
Yes, indeedy, man. So big up. I love it. I can't. Have you already been to the Kentucky Derby?
I wish.
Man,
Nope.
that's on the bucket list. That is on
Just
the
for the
bucket
fashion and the hats.
Come on.
Okay, the hats.
Yeah, y'all would enjoy that.
Rick, you been there?
Mm-mm.
Oh, there it is.
We might as well all go together one year.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Let's make it do what it do, man. It's my quick sports support. What you got coming up next in the hot spot, Brat?
Well, Rock T, the weekend box office numbers are in, and it was a battle of the runway and the king. And they got the details up next in the hot spot on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and this hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rick's Smiley Morning Show is the bottom of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, The Devil Wears Prada 2 was a big hit this past weekend in the box office, and coming in at number 1 and bringing in $77 million is what it did. The new movie, which is the direct sequel to the 2006 hit The Devil Wears Prada, reunited the original cast members 20 years later. And while the Michael Jackson biopic came in at number 2 at the weekend box office, it continues to pull in big numbers, y'all. Michael brought in $54 million in his second box office weekend. So the film has grossed over $300 million globally in just 2 weeks. So congratulations go out to everybody involved on both of those films. Meanwhile, Mary J. Blige's first ever Las Vegas residency titled My Life, My Story kicked off over the weekend at Park MGM. Now, the show runs from now through May 9th and July 10th. It's now through May 9th and July 10th through the 18th. Oh, yeah, okay, got like a pause in the middle. Okay, Mary says the residency is designed to be a big hug for her fans, showcasing her life's journey through her music. Now, yesterday, the Lox and METHOD, man, came through to celebrate with the queen of hip-hop soul. I saw some of it on social media, and it looked amazing, and she looked beautiful as usual. Now, the reviews so far are calling for saying that the show is high energy and a must-see experience featuring powerful vocals and a deep dive into her hits, plus some of her B-sides, y'all. And here's a clip of what you can expect from her show. I mean, you know it's good because you know the whole audience is singing all the songs anyway. Yeah. For real. We know all the words. That is definitely like the soundtrack of our lives. And last but not least, y'all, Britney Spears is set to be arraigned in a California courtroom this morning after prosecutors charged her with driving under the influence of alcohol and drugs. But it will probably be only her lawyer who appears in front of the Ventura County judge. Prosecutors charged the 44-year-old pop superstar with one misdemeanor count last week after her March 4th arrest, and since then she voluntarily checked into a substance abuse treatment center. The misdemeanor charge level means that she is not required to appear, and her absence won't count against her. A representative previously calls her actions inexcusable and said it would ideally lead to overdue change in her life. Prosecutors said that this case will be handled according to their standard protocol for defendants with no DUI history, no crash or injury on the road, and a low blood alcohol level. So that's good, because some people try to throw the book at a celebrity and try to make us examples when it might not be that serious. So I hope they just handle it accordingly the way they're supposed to and don't go overboard. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Coming up next, we got Rock T. Lord have mercy with the joke of the day.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's right here, y'all, on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What we do every single Monday is called Rock T's Joke of the Day. Let me know what you think. Most of the time it's not funny, but every now and then he'll get one through. So let's see what happens today. What up, Rock T?
Man, come on, man. This was going out to Philly, man. Shout out to the 76ers for getting it done in the first round of the playoffs. And the real sound of Philadelphia Classics 107.9.
Yes, come on. All right,
what does a pickle say when he wants to play cards?
What does he say?
Deal me in. Just deal me in.
I knew he was
Come on with it. Come on, Philly.
what the hell they got to do with Philadelphia?
Welcome to the party, man.
Oh, man. Spare me. How about that?
Absolutely not.
Let's go,
Spare
man.
me.
Absolutely not.
What does the pickle say when he wants to play cards?
Yeah, we heard it.
Deal me in.
Nah, that joke just kind of went sour.
Come on, man.
Oh.
Right, now that was good.
It was predictable, though. I knew what it was going to be. It was going to say, because a pickle is a dill pickle.
So. And there you go, Gary.
Yeah, but the joke is not funny if you had to explain it. Speaking of which, Gary, what you got coming up next?
Oh, coming up next, y'all, I'm going to increase your vocabulary, y'all, with the word of the week next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Capital G, capital A, capital O, capital T.
BICTH.
Job. J-O-B.
ELGSES. Eagle!
It's time for Gary's Word of the Week.
And you know this, man.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's time to expand your vocabulary with the word of the week, man. And shout out to our new affiliate, The Real Sound of Philadelphia, Classics 107.9. All right, Gary, everybody in Philly, we got this guy on the show. Gary, he does the tea and the Kahlua of the day, but he also does the word of the week. And Gary, please do not embarrass us. Gary's going to provide us with a new definition and explain how to use a word in a sentence. And so, Gary, what word will you be expanding our vocabulary with this week?
Yes, Rick, it's a beautiful word. I mean, I kind of almost studied it, but looking at it, I know I could just deliver it right out the back. But anyway, our word for the week this week, Ricky, y'all, is impenetrable. Impenetrable.
Whoa. And you went in with such confidence.
Yeah.
To be so wrong.
Come on, Gary.
Impenetrable. I-M-P-E-N-E. Impenetrable.
Now, your emphasis is on the wrong syllables in every way. Like there's wrong and then there's completely
okay, look.
100%
Well, this used to be
wrong.
my favorite part in middle school when they find that person in there that can't read that good. I don't know why it would tickle me so bad.
It's
it
an
tickled me.
adjective. Yeah.
That's not how you say that word, sir.
Impenetrable.
No, there's no penne. There's no penne.
P-E-N is penne.
Penne is a pasta.
That's what I know.
And there's two
This ain't a
N's.
pasta.
Ricky.
Yeah, it's two N's in penne.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
M-pen. They got it. They have it broke down in syllables.
Impenetrable.
Well, you can say a or you can say ah. If you say ah, impenetra.
Don't do it.
You sure that, Gary?
What?
Can I ask you a question? I never asked you this.
What?
Did y'all wear helmets in your class?
No, we did not, honey. I knew how to read back then. Y'all just giving these words, honey.
This word is actually not that difficult.
Impenetrable. Impenetrable.
No, your emphasis is on the wrong syllable.
They were so dumb they had face masks. And a chin strap.
Impenetrable.
Impenetrable.
Yeah. Try
Impenetrable.
There you go. Stay right there.
That's good.
Impenetrable.
Yeah, there you
go. There you go. All right, now go ahead and use the word in a sentence.
Okay. It's a fact that my daily wardrobe modeling posts reinforce the fact that people like myself with oddly shaped bodies and alien-like. No, let me tell you something, Ricky.
Oddly shaped bodies and alien-like facial
features are impenetrable to ridicule. How in the hell you gonna say I got damn alien-shaped face?
Let me tell you something. I remember back in the day, you get a woman drunk off one Long Island iced tea. Times have changed. 2025, ladies be on their 7th Long Island.
I can't hear anything.
Like, you ain't drunk yet? Nope. I'm good. Let me get another one. You got the right let's go. They ain't leaning over. No, she walking straight ahead. Give me another one. That's right. Let's go. I went out a couple weeks ago, right? I'm at the Brooklyn Chop House, right here in Manhattan, Lower Manhattan. I'm $445 in the hole on Long Island iced teas. It's time to leave, right? I think she's leaving with me. She got a whole nother plan. I get outside. I see an Escalade parked across the street. I didn't know what was going on, you know. I look at my periphery. I see her walking off to myself. It was so very nice meeting you. Take care. I said, you lost your mother mind. Let me tell you something. She's up in the Escalade. What that thing I do? I got right in the Escalade, too. How you doing, fam? Nah, your chick will be $445. No, I'm not getting out of here. Apple Pay, Cash App, Venmo, Chime, whatever you got. Give my goddamn money.
Who's that?
That's comedian Rashawn Reese out of New York.
Oh, man, that's funny. Gary, what you got coming up next?
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I want to hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rick's About the Morning Show, 7 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning, Philadelphia. The real sound of Philadelphia on Classic 107.9. I'm Gary with the T with your celebrity gossip, the celebrity guru, and the fabulous color today. You'll be getting that as well this morning. Here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Megan Thee Stallion, baby. Everybody's talking about Megan, and I think Megan is doing what she's supposed to do. Now, it's being reported, y'all, according to MTO, they're saying, y'all, that Megan, y'all, may be filing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Dallas Mavericks star, Mr. Klay Thompson. Now, they're saying that his rapper isn't just walking away, baby. They say she might be going straight into a courtroom. Now, insiders are saying, y'all, that Megan has already approached her high-powered legal team to explore a potential intentional infliction of emotional distress claim against Klay, which I think she definitely should do that. Now, they're saying, you know, they say you can really, people say, well, can you really, what? They say, yes, honey, can you really sue an ex for being a dog? Well, some people saying, y'all, in the world of high stakes celebrity breakups, the answer is definitely complicated. Now, they're saying, y'all, to win a claim for intentional infliction of emotional distress, Megan's team would need to prove, y'all, the conduct. Now, Klay's behavior, y'all, was extreme and outrageous beyond all possible bounds of decency. Allegedly. They're saying allegedly, he's knowingly misled her with no intention of monogamy despite playing house with his family. And the damage, allegedly, Megan suffered, y'all, severe emotional trauma that no reasonable person should have to endure. And now they're saying, the sources are saying that Megan feels, honey, knowingly misled after Klay reportedly, y'all, had her around his whole family, and he even gave her that cheap $300,000 Bentley that they're saying, y'all, that he allegedly still got the title to. They say only, honey, to tell her that he wasn't sure about being monogamous after she caught him cheating, honey. She should win the case.
Can't nobody sue you. You can't sue somebody for not treating you the way you want to be treated.
Well, we're going to see.
That
if
sounds
you got,
crazy.
No, it don't sound. If you got money, you probably can.
That
honey.
sounds
Yeah, boy, and like she said, honey, he led her on, honey, put her around. We talked about this. When you bring somebody around your parents, that means you definitely must want them or something.
There's no obligation of there's no contractual obligation.
Didn't we buy a house together?
My parents.
I think and they kind of did.
Buy a house together?
Oh, they was gonna buy one or two. I figured they did something, but I don't think it's right that he put this girl through this. This girl put her career on hold.
She put herself through it. She's an adult. She chose to be with him. You choose
what
to be with somebody.
If
it don't work out, it don't work out. You can't sue somebody because it didn't work out.
Those court dockets would be full if everybody who broke up sued.
Yeah,
sometimes you just got to charge it to the game and go and move on, and you get them back by winning.
Yes. Moving on is how you get a man back every time.
You get somebody more beautifuler.
Yes.
That part.
Go get you a man, girl.
Always go get somebody more beautifuler.
Beautifuler.
Beautifuler. All right, baby.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, but I just feel bad for Megan. That girl, she was doing Broadway. They said she left Broadway because that's money she had to lose because she was mentally distressed.
She's got a broken heart, and we've all had one. We've all done it. We've all gone through that.
And who wrote the song, Where Do Broken Hearts Go? Can They Find Their Way Home? She probably couldn't find her damn way home because her heart was broken. So let's just
say you be believing those songs, don't you?
That's right, honey. So, let's continue to keep Megan lifted up in prayer, honey. And Clay, honey, I mean, it's just not going to work for him. He'll never get nobody else decent again. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, okay, it's been reported, y'all, that Deion Sanders and Karrueche Tran, honey, they have been, she's been the it, and they've been the it couple, y'all, and they went public back in 2025. Now, they say it looks like Coach Prime decided to test his lady's loyalty with a trip to a jeweler that was a little more affordable than she's used to. Now, they say Coach Prime knew exactly, honey, what his girl Karrueche was doing as she walked away, honey, as soon as he started scouting the cheaper gold jewelry in the store. Now, he said that's her way of saying, honey, I know you ain't buying this for me, honey, because, honey, this man brought this girl to the jewelry store and was picking up old gold chains and stuff. That girl ain't gonna wear no gold chains. She like diamonds and stuff. And they said he knew that she liked diamonds because when he went to the chain department, she walked away, but you shouldn't do that, though. I mean, that's not a way to test a person, If she likes jewelry, she likes jewelry, and diamonds are a girl's best friend. So why didn't he just initially just get her all her diamonds and still treat her the way he treated her best friend, Tracy?
You are so messy. You are so messy.
Yeah, I think his relationship with her going to work out, though.
Who's, Karrueche?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Gary got quiet.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
I think
you disagree?
Her. She's just a different type of chick. She got a different vibe and a different energy.
Yeah, but Tracy was with him for almost a decade or something, honey, I mean,
they was together that long?
Yeah, Tracy was with him for a good long time, honey. I mean, she stayed with him and she loved him. She was there for him through sickness and health and whatever and stuff. And, but they said Karrueche, like you just said, there's a ride or die. They said Karrueche earned her major points, baby, with Deion, honey, claiming out that she stayed by his side through his grueling bladder cancer surgery back in May and his subsequent 16 surgeries now. But, I mean, Tracy was with him before all that and stuff, too, though. And I like Deion, and I like Tracy, and I like Karrueche, too. But,
You don't like breakups. You don't like anybody to break up, huh, Gary?
I mean, I don't know if they break up, but God, dog, I mean, what do y'all do? How do y'all men trade these girls in, honey, like they cars and stuff for a newer model?
Wow. No, not cars.
Yeah, so Jesus. But anyway, we're going to keep them lifted up in prayer because we love Tracy, we love Karrueche, and we really love Deion. Deion, if you're listening, you're my dog.
Oh, you're what? You ain't
Sha-la-la-la-la, Deion, and sha-la, Karrueche. The color today, y'all, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is meow. On the high end, you say meow, and on the low end, you say beautiful brown. That's your color for today.
That's a beautiful color. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T if you would. I got your wake-up calls. Y'all get at me now. The phone lines are wide open. 8669 Ricky, 8669 RICKEY. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I got your wake-up call. Get at me. 8669 RICKEY. Here we go.
Here we go.
Wake up. It's time to get yourself together.
Get it together. Hey. Let's go. Hey. Come on. Oh. Come on. Wake up.
J-Town, McKenzie, Pickerington, Ohio. Good morning. Time to get up, rise up, go, y'all. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Shakira from Cleveland. Let them know. Okay, round two. I want to give a wake-up call to my babies, Tanaya, Matthew, and Jeremiah. I'm calling from Greenwood, South Carolina. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising. This your girl, Rita Perry from the East Side, calling in to say, wake up, wake up, wake up. Love you guys. Make
Love
a great
you.
day.
You too, love. Come on.
You ready, yo? Oh. Oh, let them know then. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Greenwood. Wake up. Let's go. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. When you at Dallas. Wake up. Dallas. Hey, Chi-Town. Hey. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Appreciate Appreciate it, Brad.
You're welcome, Ricky.
All right, y'all. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. You don't want to miss that. We got that coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. In the beautiful city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania this morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Rick. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Real Sound of Philadelphia Classics 107.9. Man, we love that you're part of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. And listen, Rick, I want to dive right into what is happening around the country as we are dealing with what now is the death of the Voting Rights Act. A lot of people asking, what can we do? And at the federal level, there's not much we can do. The Supreme Court ruled on this. This is what it is. And so I've been talking to people all weekend, from the NAACP to the Collective PAC to a number of other organizations, about what's happening next. And there's a plethora of things that are happening, one of which is there are people mobilizing to engage governors, secretaries of state, and attorney generals, especially in states that are controlled by Democrats, because there, at least, they have the ability to do what Wes Moore did in Maryland, which is create a state set of voter laws and voter protections. That is, I think, heavy work that's going to be happening as we go into and on the other side of the midterms. The second thing is, whether you're a fraternity, a sorority, a church, an organization, Rick, one of the things that we can do is we can start preparing people to be poll watchers, poll workers, and getting lawyers together to be able to be there for support. Because one of the biggest things we're going to face is people that are trying to block access to the polls coming into the midterms. And then I want to big up the Power Coalition in Louisiana. Rick, these are brothers and sisters, a group of organizations that have been on the ground in Louisiana. They were part of the litigation against this case that the Supreme Court ruled on. And I just want to give them our support because they continue to do this work even after this decision. Go to powercoalition.org to find out more information about them. And this is obviously something, Rick, we're going to continue to talk about. Before I get out of here, you all, it is Men Thrive Monday. I got a lot of messages from a lot of brothers last week when I asked them, where do they go when they need help? And I had one brother say to me, Rick, I don't really have anywhere to go. And I had another brother say that when he tries to talk, people don't really listen. They either compare what they're going through, they give advice that doesn't connect to what he's in need of. And in many cases, he walks away even after he exposed himself and was vulnerable with no assistance at all.
And when I tell you it's the worst, Jeff, it's the worst.
It is.
I find myself keeping stuff to yourself because nobody's listening. They say, what that happened to me, and they go into like it's like, what's the purpose?
Yes, and I think part of the thing, Rick, is because often we haven't done it. We don't know how to help people understand what we need. So part of healing is learning how to teach people how to show up for you. And I know sometimes they're like, why should I have to teach somebody how to show up for me? Because people don't know. And so sometimes it sounds like this. Hey, bro. Hey, sis, I don't need advice right now. I just need you to listen. Or I just need to get something out. And so can you hear me for a minute before you say anything? And if you're really real, I'm not in a great space today. I could use you. And I know for some of us, especially brothers, that sounds insane because we were raised to think needing support is weakness. But needing support is not weakness. It is awareness. It's knowing that you weren't built to carry all this stuff by yourself all the time. And here's the other side of it, Rick. We also got to learn how to be better listeners for each other. And so everybody doesn't need our solution. Sometimes they just need our presence. So this week, y'all, brothers, I would just ask you, give yourself permission to need support in one thing. And then be clear enough to teach somebody how to give you support in that one thing. Because our healing is not just about finally talking. It's about being heard. And so let me know how this is working for you. Brothers, let me hear from you on how you have either taught somebody how to be there for you or how you need support doing it. Y'all hit me at Jeff's Nation on IG. This is Men Thrive Monday. We're going to keep doing this every week, even as we talk about all the other things that we're facing. Rick, that's what I got for you, brother.
Hey, man, appreciate you, Jeff, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit him up on social media. I appreciate it. We got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show, Chicken and Waffle Mix going down. And will Black Tony come to work? We're going to find out. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Already, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, Chicken and Waffle Mix going down with John Lyon on the ones and twos. What up, John?
I'm good, man. You just got to pick up everybody, man. I turn up with me in the club then over the weekend. And, of course, hit me up on the gram at JAH Lion Sound.
JAH Lion Sound. Hey, appreciate you, big dog.
My pleasure, man. You done
now, hey, look. Today is Monday, bro. You've been calling in sick, man. We giving you a wonderful job opportunity.
No.
Black Tony, why you calling in sick today?
Okay. First off, let me tell you like this, Sean. First off, I'm up on what's going on with my job. I already know, Sean. I already know. Just 'cause I ain't there today, that don't mean I'm sick. I got a whole situation going on, and I want to shout out to all the folks in Philadelphia on the Real Sound of Philadelphia Classic 107.9. You think I'm gonna be reading my notes and my email, shouting? You think I didn't even know that, did you? You didn't think I know that?
Hey, bro, I'm just going by what you do.
Hey, what's up to everybody in Philadelphia? Because it's so ironical that this happened. Because guess where I'm is right now?
Where?
In Philadelphia.
You in Philly?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not sick. So I'm not calling in sick. No, I'm not at work today because I got a situation. You know what happened over the weekend with the air Spirit.
Oh, yeah.
So I got flued up here. I got flued up here on Saturday, and I was supposed to been back yesterday, but they you know, I ain't got no plane ticket, so I'm gonna have to take the bus back. But that's neither here nor there. I got flued up here on a real exciting situation.
Okay, what happened?
I had met this dude on this app. What I had went on. Somebody had told me about to go on this app. Said dudes be trying to help young dudes out, and it's called GRINDR. I went on there, sent my picture, and the dude it's an old dude though. He said he liked my picture, and so he said I want you to come up and visit me and hang out.
Like for a job or something.
I don't know, GRINDR. I don't even know how to pronounce that. But I went up though. He flew me up though.
Yeah,
and we went to a little club last night, shawty. But guess what? Boy, wasn't no women's in the club. I'm talking about, boy, where the women's at, shawty? I'm talking about we in here hanging out, we drinking and everything. I'm like, boy, where the women's at? He talking about, don't worry about that. Talking about it's all good. Don't worry about that.
Oh, y'all went to the toolbox. Y'all was in a strip club called the Toolbox.
No, it wasn't no strip club. It was just like a little bar, you know what I'm saying? We in there drinking, whatever. He's like, you know, just come on back to the crib. You know what I'm saying? So I come back to the crib. We hanging out at the crib, shawty. Yeah. And I said, you gonna give me a hotel? He said, no, you can stay here, you know, kick it with me, shawty. And we started talking about life and everything. And he said, I said, he said, I'm trying to get behind you on whatever you're trying to do, shawty.
That's nice.
And I said, you trying to get behind? He said, I'm trying to get behind you. I'm going to push you to, you know, be better.
Oh, I hope we going to get behind you, all right.
So now, I'm just trying to...
Yeah.
I ate noodles with no packet. Cereal with the canned milk. The powder milk. No milk.
No milk.
Waffles, no syrup. Jelly. No jelly, nothing.
Nothing.
Gary.
Hold it. Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 60 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the Kahlua of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. They're saying that Sierra and Russell Wilson, y'all, may be adding another jersey to their home team. It's being reported, y'all, according to MTO, that Sierra is pregnant, y'all, with baby number 5, honey. Yes, now they said they've been watching the Level Up singer closely over the last few months, and they're saying that the signs are definitely there. Now they say from the strategic oversized blazers to the unmistakable pregnancy glow. They say she's been sporting at recent events in New York. They're saying that the cat is finally out of the bag, y'all. So they say if you've been following the Wilsons, you know, it's been reported that Russell, he's been allegedly begging, honey, Sierra for another baby. And they say now, practically, you know, she may be having it. Their youngest child, little Miss Amora Princess, was born in 2023 of December. And, you know, now I guess it's time for another baby or what have you. So, you know, I know people still had a lot of babies. I remember somebody said that Africans in America weren't procreating as much as they used to back in the day, honey. You know, we would have one or two kids now, and that's it.
Well, they can afford it. I mean, you know, you got Sierra. You don't want her to go nowhere, so you got to hey, you got to do what you got to do to keep
And that's the point that really kind of hurts my feelings, though, just what you just said. That's what men want to do, lock you down with all them babies, then they leave you and stuff. Honey.
I don't think she's locked down.
I definitely don't think he's leaving.
She's good.
I hope so then, honey, because we love Sierra. I love Sierra. I never meet the last year at the BET Awards, and we had such a wonderful time.
He ain't going nowhere. You ain't got to worry about him. He in love with her for sure.
And she got the right one too. I think I love that they're having more kids. She's 40 or she's going to be 40. You better get them all while you can.
Is he still playing football?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I just said you're going to have all them babies when you're broke, ain't got no money.
He ain't nowhere near broke.
He ain't going to never be broke.
He ain't nowhere near broke.
Not at all.
Well, good then. So he got more money in the future. Congratulations,
Oh, no,
Sierra.
you know what?
Well, I mean, congratulations.
So. I mean, you might be right. I mean, he got it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, congratulations then, honey. They do look like a beautiful couple, honey. And, you know, I've always said Sierra did it, baby. She needs to write a book because, you know, Russell was dating somebody of European descent before he got with Sierra, and that's kind of unique, you know, to leave from her to get to Sierra. So congratulations.
She said she prayed. Sierra. She had a little prayer. She asked for him.
She played Dionne Warwick's son. I say a little prayer for you. I was at Aretha. Okay, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, Damon Dash is speaking out, y'all. He's saying nobody care about Jay-Z's classic album. How can he say that? Now, they're saying that the Rockefeller co-founder challenged the project's reputation, focusing on its earlier commercial results. Reasonable Doubt, he said, doesn't sell mess, honey. He said, why do you think, honey, I gave it away? He said, nobody made no money off of it. And he said, it barely went gold. Now, he questioned how the album connects y'all with the audience today and stuff. He said, nobody gives a mess about it. And that's not the words he used, honey, about Reasonable Doubt other than the people that were there. He also continued that, ask some of the kids about Reasonable Doubt, honey. They'll be like, nobody care about Jay-Z as a rapper.
They out their damn mind.
Man, come on, man.
Oh, my God. You know, and they were buddies. They were partners at one time. I mean, how could he sit there and talk slick like that about Jay-Z? Jay-Z could have him lose his job or something or what have you with him running things that he's running. But he's speaking out and saying that. But is there any truth? Because, I mean, do anybody care about it? I mean, I haven't heard the album yet.
Well, the Reasonable Doubt album was the first album that really we learned about who Jay-Z was as a rapper. Like, if you was on the underground, you knew who he was. But that album kind of put him on the map.
Really? Oh, well, honey, Damon Dash seemed to be big a difference. So we're going to see how that hopefully Damon Dash, we see him around next week. All right, moving on in my final story, y'all. Ricky, y'all, this is a very sad story, and it brought tears to my eyes, y'all. VH1, y'all, announced y'all that Love Letters to Love and Hip Hop as the show finally enters its final chapter, y'all. It's leaving, y'all. I mean, I don't believe that TV will never be the same. They're saying that Love and Hip Hop. Yeah.
Talking about the New York and the Atlanta version?
I guess all of them. They say VH1 is paying tribute to iconic reality franchise Love and Hip Hop, y'all, with a special 6-part limited series. They say they announced it on Friday, y'all. Oh, this is sad. Love and Hip Hop, the final chapter, y'all, will premiere in the fall of 2026. They say it marks the closing chapter for the influential reality show, which has featured everyone from Cardi B to K. Michelle to Remy Ma to Keisha Cole since it debuted, y'all, back in 2011. Now, they're saying that the cast creators, y'all, and the cultural voices will come together to look back, y'all, on the past 15 years of Love and Hip Hop, celebrating its impact, unpacking its most talked about moments, confronting, y'all, the controversies that shaped the conversation and examining its legacy. What will people do? You know, I saw Mama D the other day and stuff too, and we talked about it. But it's a sad thing. I mean, these people. This was how they call it. This was the blueprint. Is that the word they use of our future? And now,
I mean, I remember back in the day, it used to really be good. I used to love the New York version of it. The New York episodes, and then the beginning of the Atlanta with Lil Scrappy and Mama D, or whatever. But the episodes of Cardi B was on there. I really enjoyed it back in the day, though.
Yeah, they say cast members from every city, y'all, New York, Atlanta, Hollywood, and Miami, y'all, will speak out alongside the producers and executives, y'all, who brought the franchise to life, as well as journalists and cultural critics who have followed Love and Hip Hop's evolution from the beginning. Alfreda, you gonna miss it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That sounded convincing.
Gary, you know I don't watch reality shows. Why you call me out? Why?
All right, let's give a shout out, y'all, to our new affiliate, y'all, Philadelphia. You know what I like about Philadelphia, Ricky? Because that's where the cream cheese come from. Philadelphia cream cheese. Isn't that where they made it in? Philadelphia cream cheese? Yeah. The real.
Turn the show up and give us a clue. All
right, now that that's it, did y'all know what time it is? There you go, honey.
It's going off now.
Yeah.
No, honey. Shalala
Are you going to do the Kalua today? It's time for the Kalua today.
Yeah, the Kalua today, y'all, honey. One of my favorite Kalua. My Kalua today, y'all, is meow. On the high end, you say meow, and on the low end, you say beautiful brown, y'all. Shalala, la la, y'all. All right.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the team. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, coming up, y'all, the Supreme Court is making some major moves, and Roland Martin is going to break everything down. We got Roland Martin up next. You don't want to miss it. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 25 minutes after the hour, y'all, big changes that will reshape how America votes and whose voices get heard are happening right now. The Supreme Court is making major moves in our voting rights, making decisions that critics will weaken protections that have been in place for decades. And joining us this morning to break everything down, the one and only, the host of the Roland Martin Unfiltered, journalist and political commentator. Y'all welcome Roland Martin to the show.
Hey, Ricky.
Hey, Roland, let's get right to it. We've been texting all weekend, and this really has butterflies in my stomach. This is a major setback.
Absolutely. This Supreme Court, this right-wing conservative Supreme Court, led by Clarence Thomas, this week he will be the second longest Supreme Court justice ever. They've always wanted to kill the Voting Rights Act. Chief Justice John Roberts has always wanted that, plus Samuel Alito. So what they've said is that that states cannot draw congressional lines or draw lines in utilizing the issue of race. So what they are essentially saying is that these congressional seats, the one in Louisiana was the basis of the case, somehow discriminates against white voters. Now, mind you, Louisiana is a third African American. They've only ever had one congressional district. That was a lawsuit that created the second district, now being held by Congressman Cleo Fields. Exact same thing happened in Alabama, where they created a second opportunity district where Congressman Shamari figures. So what a Samuel Alito writes is essentially that, well, since black people vote Democrat, then that this is really not a racial gerrymander. It's really just partisan gerrymander, which is nonsense. And so we know how in the South they have used race to discriminate against African Americans in representation, but this Supreme Court has now wiped that out. But I need people to understand, this is the implications. You could lose up to a third of the Congressional Black Caucus. There are 58 members right now. You could lose anywhere from 19 to 24. Republicans, after this decision, immediately started calling special sessions. Alabama did. Mississippi plans on calling theirs. Tennessee is talking about theirs. And so they're putting pressure on Georgia. They want to wipe out black representation. South Carolina as well. So you're talking about Congressman Jim Clyburn, the only black in the South Carolina delegation. His seat could be wiped out. The seat of Shamari Figures, or potentially they could wipe out both seats of Terry Sewell and Shamari Figures in Alabama. Benny Thompson's seat in Mississippi could be wiped out. But this goes deeper. This decision is going to impact state offices, county offices, city offices, school board offices. And so you're going to see political representation wiped out all across the South. Now, what does that actually mean in terms of power? Well, guess what? You wipe out a 19 to 24 congressional Black caucus members. That means that Republicans are on their way to having a solid majority where they will control the House forever. That's what this is all about. This is about political power. So Black folks need to also understand that when we don't vote, these things happen. Listen, Hillary Clinton wins in 2016. She appoints 3 Supreme Court justices. Right now, we have a progressive court and not a conservative Supreme Court. Since 2008, 2012, those were the highest points where Black people voted. Meaning a larger percentage of Black people voted for Obama in 8 and 12 than in whites did. And that's the first time in American history. Ever since then, the gap has gone down. So I need everybody listening to understand, when you lose Black political representation, then you lose power. You lose the ability to extract dollars from the political system. You're going to see a massive rollback in billions of dollars coming to our community from the federal, state, and local level. And so this thing is real. We're doing a huge show tonight called the GOP's War on Black America. This will be the largest decrease of Black political representation in Congress since Reconstruction, since the end of Reconstruction in the late 1800s.
Wow.
I need folks to understand that this is real. And so the response should be, I'm calling this a war, which means we need folks to be drafted. We need to see Black turnout in a massive, massive way. I was just in Mound Bayou, Mississippi, historic Black town, on doing my show on Friday. And that was a picture where they said there was a near riot as they were passing out ballots for folks to register to vote. That has to happen. We've got to have African Americans who are baby boomers. We know they vote. Gen X, millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha have got to show up in massive numbers, because what they are doing, they are trying to lock in white power for the next 50 to 100 years, and too many of us are asleep and complaining and sitting on the couch and not realizing what they are doing.
Well, I was just going to ask you how we get, sometimes we're like, look at this. We voted and look what happened.
Well, we didn't vote.
Right.
That was the problem.
Yeah, Roland, break down to Alfreda's what you told me, the drop-off when Obama ran.
Yeah, here's the deal. This is very simple. When Obama ran, the percentage of Black people who voted was the highest in American history, and it was the first time it was higher than white people. What then happened? The white folks said, no, we can't have that. So the Shelby v. Holder decision, 2013, they began to do voter ID, started cutting locations to vote, and started making it more difficult to vote. Well, the end result is every election since 2012, we have seen a decrease in Black voter turnout. Now, it's a whole bunch of people who out there, and listen, it's a whole bunch of Simple Simons on Yahoo and on social media. Yeah, y'all Negroes shouldn't vote. We don't get nothing for our vote. You ain't never heard somebody white tell white folks not to vote. It's only Black folks yelling that. Now, here's the deal. You can sit here and say, well, we ain't got nothing from the Democrats. Well, guess what? It's only 4 Black Republicans in the House, and they all going to be gone in January.
Wow.
The Republican Party does not give a damn about Black people. Now, if we have the ability to actually control as best we can on the Democratic side, well, guess what? In politics, it's called a conduit. You got to pick which way you're going to achieve power. And what I'm telling you right now, when you start talking about dollars, the reason HBCUs got $17 billion under Biden-Harris was because Congressman Bobby Scott was the chair of the committee on the education side. The reason our community development financial institutions got billions of dollars because Congressman Maxine Waters was the chair of the House House Financial Services Committee. So we got to understand, when we are in the chair positions, meaning when Democrats are the majority, then we are controlling access to the dollars. But when you in the minority, meaning when Republicans control it, guess what? You ain't got no power. And they want to cement them having power. So they're going to break these districts up. They're calling special elections right now. The governor of Louisiana literally has postponed the elections of the House races so they could redraw the districts. Now, this was nuts. People are already voting. So he's already getting sued by it. They are racing to change the congressional lines in time for November because they are scared to death of losing in November and Democrats control. So the response to black folks, we have to have right now massive black voter registration nationwide. I'm talking every state, every county, every city. 2, after we register, then we got to have massive black turnout. Even if they change the lines, we still, if we maximize our voting power, we can still determine who wins. And so this has to happen now. This is a state of emergency. For this generation of black people, this is the biggest attack on black voters, again, since Reconstruction and since the Civil Rights Movement. This is not a game. I need people to listen to what I'm saying. This is not an exercise. This is real, and they want to take black political power all across the South. This is absolutely game on.
Hold that thought, y'all. More with Roland Martin coming up next on the other side. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Oh, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 8:15 before the top of the hour. I have to ask, we got special guest Roland Martin on this morning. Roland, is it too late, and how do we reach our young people and all of the doubters out here, man? Because, man, there was a lot of people, man, out here that kind of try to put like a black cloud over Kamala Harris' head when she tried to warn us, she tried to tell us, and tried to make it seem like she wasn't capable of, being the president of the United States or whatever. People that have, how do we reach our young people, the ones that did not go out and vote, and let them know that there's something urgent going on? Because I don't hear young people talking about it.
What we have to always be in what I call is 365, 7 days a week in the inform, educate, and enlighten stage. The reality is there's a lot of people who really do not understand how politics works, who don't understand that this is a $30 trillion U.S. economy and how billions are being sent around. And then people say, well, I don't see it in my community, when the reality is I can walk people through public policy and say, hey, this is what paid for that and paid for that. We have to understand that we can't check out of a process because they're not. Listen, the New York Times did a story over the weekend of some farmer named Brat who voted for Trump twice. Now he is selling his whole farm because he got screwed because of Trump's tariffs. I was in Mound Bayou, Mississippi on Friday. I talked to black farmers who talked about how their expenses have gone up 40 and 50%. These are black farmers because of Trump's tariffs. Kamala talked about that. This is what we have to understand. That's real. So that means that, guess what? That means your expenses are going up. That means you can't, there are things that you have to cut. We are seeing the loss of black land. John Boyd, who's the president of the National Black Farmers Association, told me on my show the number of black farmers who are filing bankruptcy, who are about to lose their farm. We have to understand this is across the board. So we're talking about farming, we're talking about education, we're talking about water systems. People have to understand that when you talk about infrastructure, when you're talking about roads and bridges and things in your town, government pays for that stuff. And when you have black representation, that means that they are putting our projects, on the table. Well, when you lose your representation, that means your community is losing out. So every person has to understand who's 18 and older that you either are participating in politics or politics is tap dancing on your head.
Right. And Roland, I don't think that anything you said today is more important than the first thing you opened up with, which is that what is being done is they are establishing a situation where they have a permanent Republican majority, a white supremacist majority for the rest of most of our natural lives. And I don't think people really understand the consequences of that, and that the only way to blunt that from happening is to get out and utilize your vote.
Listen, when I talk about voting, listen, Clarence Thomas, again, who is anti-black, will be the second longest Supreme Court justice ever. He was appointed by President George H.W. Bush. How many presidents have we had since George H.W. Bush? We had Bill Clinton. We had George W. Bush. We had Obama, Trump, Biden, Trump. That's 6 presidents. So when I kept trying to explain to people that whoever the president appoints federal judges, whoever controls the Senate, then guess what? They then confirm or deny federal judges. So you can't say your vote doesn't matter. Obama was there 8 years, but Supreme Court justices can be there for a lifetime, 30, 40, 50 plus years. And so what they are trying to do right now, conservatives have a 63 majority on the Supreme Court. They are pushing Sam Alito and Clarence Thomas to retire this year because
so they can get somebody young in.
The White House.
Yeah, they'll put a 30-year-old in there.
And there you go. And so that way they can guarantee that person is going to be on the Supreme Court for the next 40 to 50 years, which means that if you are a 20-year-old black person right now, they want to be in a position where they control the Supreme Court until you're 70. That's what I need folks to understand. And the Supreme Court, with this decision last week, they basically said we're putting our judgment in place for what Congress did when they passed the Voting Rights Act. And so I need folks to understand this is not, some all just high and mighty stuff. No, it directly impacts you. If I walk you through the number of times where a member of Congress, you don't even have to pass a bill. Your presence on a committee, you could just simply insert something into the bill, insert something into the budget. And that's what we're facing. Trump right now, his new budget, he gets to Congress, massive cuts to HBCUs, massive cuts to black-owned businesses, massive cuts to black health grants. And so we have to recognize that they see anything that benefits black people as DEI. Now, if you one of the folks who caught up in there you go, you shillings for Democrats. Well, let me help y'all out. It's only 2 parties in Congress. It's a Democrat or Republican. You got 2 independents, Angus King and Bernie Sanders, and both of them caucus with Democrats. Now, y'all can yell, shield, all y'all want to. No, I'm a realist. And if I'm looking at the system, I'm saying the pathway for black advancement has only been through the Democratic Party, not the Republican side. The Republican side right now are the ones who are supporting the continuation of Confederate monuments. They're the ones who are supporting the massive cuts. They cut funding for African nations, and they've now caused AIDS to increase in those countries, which you pro-life. I need people to wake up. They do not want to see black advancement. They hate the fact that we have 58 members of the Congressional Black Caucus. They cannot stand the fact that you had special elections in Mississippi in the last 3 months that broke the Republican supermajority, and they are going to redraw those districts, and they're going to say, we don't care if Mississippi is 38% black. We're going to wipe out black representation all across. They are going for it all. And my book, White Fear, called this. And guess what? Too many of us are sitting on the sidelines saying, well, it ain't no big deal. We are assisting.
It is a big deal.
We are assisting in our own suicide.
Right.
It's terrifying.
Right.
Let me ask you something, Roland, because if every black person voted Democratic, would we still need the white vote? And I'm not being racial.
Yeah. The first part, numbers are numbers. But let me explain in numbers. This is the whole deal. I don't see this as voting Democrat. I see this as voting for black interest.
Okay.
So if this is what my agenda is, it's real simple. See, take Democrat and Republican out. I'm going to sit here and say, what are the 5 things I care about? Okay, where do you stand on those 5 things, person runs a Democrat? Well, where do you stand on those 5 things, person is a Republican? And then I'm going to go, well, hell, who agrees with me on a majority of my things? It's more than likely going to be the person running for Democrat. So again, I'm not saying Democrat. I'm saying, no, you vote black. You vote your interest. Now, of course, you're going to need white votes. But when you start looking at numbers...
Hold that thought, Roland. You got a minute. I'm going to bring you on the other side if I can. All right, more. Okay. Hey, listen, y'all, more. We're supposed to do the mix that'll stay in your head all day, but more with Roland Martin. Coming up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, Roland Martin, this is real important, man, and I need everybody to watch Roland Martin. Let me start over 2 minutes after the hour. Let y'all can know what time it is. First of all, I want to shout out to you, Philadelphia. Thank y'all for allowing us on your airways this morning on 107.9. Appreciate you. Roland Martin, everybody need to watch your videos. I wish we had more time on the radio so you could break it all down. Let everybody know how they can find your videos, how they can follow you and watch your live show.
Folks, go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin, our Black Star Network app. Follow us on social. I'm telling you, we break this stuff down every day for 2 hours. The entire show tonight is called The GOP War on Black America. I'm going to walk you through state by state, policy by policy, because I just need our people to wake up. We have to recognize that when we leave our power at home and we do not vote, we don't participate, then we lose. And so, and even when election is over, we got to show up and put pressure on these folks. And so we've got to wake up. They are mad with black progress over the last 60 years, and they want to shut it down, and they are executing their strategy every single day as we speak.
There it is. Hey, Roland, love you, man. We appreciate you, and we're going to be following you, and we got to have you on more this week if your schedule permits. We really appreciate you, y'all.
Just let me know.
Right. Love y'all. Love you, Roland. Hey, Chicken Muffin Mix going down. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 25 after the hour, y'all front page right here. Afritas, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Monday, May 4th. Here's what's going on in the news. Iran says it has heard back from the U.S. on its latest proposal, but where this is headed is anybody's guess, Ricky. Over the weekend, President Trump posted that he's reviewing the plan, but warned that it, quote, probably won't be acceptable because Iran hasn't paid a big enough price. At the same time, he said his reps call the talks very positive. So here's the thing. Iran's reported 14-point plan includes lifting the naval blockade. But this morning, there are claims that Iran may have fired on a U.S. Navy vessel after it ignored warnings to stop. U.S. Command Central denies this, and this all comes as Trump rolls out what he's calling Project Freedom. That's U.S. escorts for commercial ships moving through the strait. Meanwhile, we continue to feel it at the pump. The average cost of a gallon of regular is about $4.46 today. That's 30 cents higher than a week ago. In other news, a new warning from medical experts. Proposed Medicaid changes like new work requirements and stricter eligibility checks could make it harder for people to stay insured and lead to fewer cancer screenings and more advanced diagnosis, leading to hundreds of avoidable deaths per year. Just another example of how coverage changes could impact long-term public health. These changes could take effect actually next year, Ricky. For info on these stories and more, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
You see they're sending two men at Cade. They've got to find the outlets.
Wide open, Jenkins hits a three. That is Jenkins with 14 points off the bench. Timeout Orlando.
Come on, man. How about them doggone Detroit Pistons, baby? Down 3 games to 1. Back against the wall. They win 3 in a row to eliminate the Orlando Magic, man, and advance to the Eastern Conference semifinals led by Cade Cunningham right there. That's right. It is what it is. Toronto, they lose to the Cleveland Cavs. Shout out to the Cavs. They won Game 7, so they advance. And the Philadelphia 76ers, man. Shout out to Classics 107.9. The real sound of Philly. They got it done. They got tired of the Boston Celtics beating them up and bullying them around. So Philly advanced to the next round.
Wow.
Shout out to the 152nd Kentucky Derby that ran over the weekend. Golden Tempo was the winning horse. Trainer Cherie DeVoe became the first female trainer to win the Kentucky Derby, man. That's amazing right there. Have y'all ever been to the Kentucky Derby?
No, never been, but
went
I want
to
to.
an event, but not to the Derby. Would love to go, though.
We got to
give me a big old hat and get going.
Yeah, we need to go.
We got to make it happen. We should do a broadcast out there.
Oh, next year. Next year, let's do it.
Speak it into existence. It is what it is, man. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla. Let's talk more sports, man. Brat got the hot spot right now.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
There it is. 29 after the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get on off into it. Well, first, I want to shout out Philly, our new affiliate, Classic 107.9, the sound of Philadelphia. Welcome to the family, y'all. Yes, indeedy. Hey. All right, y'all. Meg Thee Stallion's final performance in Moulin Rouge, the musical on Broadway, was last Friday, and Cardi B and Candy Burris were there to support. That's awesome. Meg's portrayal of the character Zidler was always expected to be limited due to her touring and recording commitments, but she was scheduled to go on for another 2 weeks of shows. Megan's early exit is reportedly to prioritize her personal well-being. Her exit from the musical is also following the news of her breakup with NBA star Klay Thompson. Her departure also followed a March 31st hospitalization for exhaustion and dehydration. And here's a little what she said Friday night, y'all.
I appreciate y'all so much. Like the love that I received from my host, I'm so grateful. I'm so appreciative. I ain't even got time to be sad.
That's what's up. She says she's so grateful and so appreciative. She don't even have no time to be sad. So
right.
I'm happy for her that she has things to just kind of like fill in that stuff so she can not think about any negativity, because people say any dang on thing on the internet.
Because people were saying
and
it too,
I get so tired of it, Lord. But ain't nothing we could do about it but learn how to ignore it and build up that coat of armor to just turn the other cheek. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
All right, y'all, moving on. Louisiana rapper Boosie paid a visit to a Northside high school in Lafayette, Louisiana. And after his visit, the principal of the school, James Rollins, was placed on administrative leave. Now, the school board would not provide details on the principal's suspension, calling the matter a personal issue. Now, the timing of the suspension stirred discussion on social media, and Boosie has addressed the situation. And here's what our boy Boosie had to say.
And I'm asking that the school board in Lafayette please allow this man to be principal again. This man had no ill wills towards anything. I did not rap. This man was looking out for them students. He said, just give them kids some positive words. And that's what I did. They asked me positive questions. He had no ill will towards nothing. He was thinking about them kids. So if anybody from the Lafayette school board hear what I'm saying, can you please reconsider the principal at Northside?
And we asking, please.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, what was done wrong?
I guess according to reports, he visited the school without district approval, which reportedly violated.
And people were saying too, I read it. It was they was talking about look at the AKAs, what happened with them, so they just didn't want nothing like that to happen.
That's not fair, though. If you go to a school or stop by a school and kids love you and they support you, and you say something positive to them, the principal gonna get fired?
How is that a bad thing?
Because the principal is the head.
I know.
So what happened to the AKAs? Yeah.
Well, when Trick Daddy was performing for them, and people like,
it's totally
Trick Daddy and Boosie are two different people, and Boosie wasn't performing.
And Boosie wasn't performing. He did say positive words.
Yeah, but they just him, period. They was afraid. They were like, Lord, we don't know what's going to come out of his mouth.
But he didn't say anything negative. I just don't think that's fair. They made the man
Gary,
lost
trying to
his
say
job.
some AKAs was on the board.
You know what?
He was suspended, so it's like a not permanent.
Okay, so he was suspended. He wasn't fired. He was just suspended. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good that he didn't lose his job.
Yeah.
But I still don't think it was fair. He was suspended. He didn't do nothing. I guess, whatever.
But Gary said...
Gary, don't give Gary no room to say nothing.
Trick Daddy made the AKAs clutching.
Clutch all them pearls, huh?
For more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Coming up next, we got Marc Morial with the message for Black America, and Dwight Stone got that praise mixed down. That's next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, this is Monday, time for the state of Black America. And this morning, we have the current president of the National Urban League, Marc Morial. Hey, good morning, Mr. Marc. We're happy to have you, and I know there's a lot going on in Black America.
Good morning, Ricky. We have a crisis in America today and a crisis in Black America. The U.S. Supreme Court, in a decision called Louisiana versus Calais, has just stripped away the power of the Voting Rights Act. It's a senseless power grab that silences black voters and weakens American democracy. Essentially, Louisiana, which is 1/3 black, had created a congressional districting map with 2 majority African-American districts. That does not guarantee that a black person would be elected, but it creates an opportunity. And 2, Troy Carter and Cleo Fields were elected. The United States Supreme Court says, well, even though Louisiana has this long history of racial discrimination in voting and redistricting, you can't create a plan that creates opportunity for African-American voters or Latino voters, but you can create a plan if your pursuit is to maximize the number of Republican seats or ostensibly the number of Democratic seats. This is one of the worst Supreme Court decisions in our lifetimes and is one of the worst in American history because it takes the Voting Rights Act, which people bled, died, and fought for, which has been highly effective in ensuring African-American political representation in legislatures, city councils, and in the Congress all across the nation, and weakens it and effectively neuters it. Now, we're going to have to respond to this. How we respond is going to take some thought and some care. But in the short run, I want everyone to be aware of how dangerous this decision is. The impact of it may not be felt immediately, but it will be felt in the months and the years to come, as there's a possibility, particularly in the South, that a significant number of black elected officials could lose their seats by being redistricted into seats where they don't have an opportunity to be elected. So today, once again, my call to action in the short run is for us to, 1, be aware of the existential threat of this decision, but number 2, to make a commitment to vote in the fall elections to say we don't support, we're angry and mad at this decision and at what is happening at the national level, and we're going to send a message by voting in record numbers. Before I close today, yesterday there was a win in a Louisiana court when a federal judge named Judge DeGravale ruled that Calvin Duncan, the duly elected clerk of court, and that's the elections official in New Orleans, could be seated after the state legislature decided after he was elected to try to eliminate his seat. This is the Louisiana state legislature trying to eliminate the seats of black elected officials. I hope this decision of the district court for the Middle District of Louisiana holds. I know Calvin Duncan has been sworn in, and we should support not only Calvin Duncan, but the principle that you cannot go in and eliminate a seat after someone has been elected. Once again, this is Marc Morial. This is the State of Black America, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Follow me across all social media at Nat Urban League and at Marc Morial, and I will see you next week on the radio.